If XRP explodes in value, many of you will wake up with life-changing wealth. But most people who will come into sudden money lose it very quickly. Most lottery winners, they go broke within 3 to 5 years. And you might think, how does that happen, right? Like, how does somebody come into that much money and then go bankrupt within 3 to 5 years? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. And we're going to give you the 10 moves based on timeless principles in Think and Grow Rich, and how that can help you stay rich and stay wealthy on the other side of your liquidity event in XRP. So number one, right out the gate, most people are not going to do this, but I'm going to tell you, if you really want to maintain your wealth over the long term, whether you sell it or you hold the asset itself, what you're going to do is do nothing for the first 90 days or 120 days. For the first 3 to 4 months, you're just going to get used to having that much wealth. And yeah, I know that's going to sound counterintuitive to almost everything else you're going to hear out there, but most of the largest mistakes that people make are in the first couple weeks, right? And I'm not saying sit on your hands and don't structure your estate or get the right people in your corner or don't set up things to make sure the use of the funds is going to be successful. I'm just saying don't spend the money. Sit on the money for the first 90 to 120 days. Maybe even longer than that. Some people recommend 6 months or longer, just so that you feel wealthy. You understand that it's not going to go anywhere, that you don't need to spend it immediately. Most people live in this paradigm that as soon as they get money, they spend it. If you can break that habit, if you have been living paycheck to paycheck, that can make a big difference in the long run in your ability to preserve the wealth. So during that period of time, I'd really focus on your education, making sure that you understand the difference between assets and liabilities, looking at how family offices like the Rockefellers have built their multi-generational wealth and set themselves up for success and their family for multiple generations to be able to leave a legacy and not be the same position as the Vanderbilts that lost it in 3 generations. You're going to look up insurance policies. You definitely want to understand that. You want to understand infinite banking, and you want to start learning all of the ways that you can mitigate taxes, because that is going to be absolutely your largest expense, whether you like it or not. If you're generating income off of these assets, if you're liquidating them to take profits, whatever it is, estate taxes, as these assets move from your estate to your descendants when you pass away, there's all of these things and considerations that you're going to have. More money, more problems. It's what they say. And I wouldn't say that that's necessarily the full truth. Obviously, money solves money problems, but it can cause other problems if you don't know what you're doing and you don't educate yourself on these things in the first, again, 3-4 months before you really get into investing the capital or spending the money on these additional things that we're going to talk about.